I saw somebody in my YouTube comments the other day, and I did chime in because they said, oh, distraction from Epstein. But guys, here's what I want to assure you. There aren't going to be any permanent distractions from Epstein. Okay? Epstein is not going away. It is never going away. It's going to go into remission like right now, right? 30 days while Pam Bondi and Trump are trying to hide this shit. It's sort of in remission. The Dems are releasing shit from, the estate. You know what I'm saying? So the Dems are going to do these releases periodically every time it's in remission. But from here on out, it's not going anywhere. It may go on the back burner for a month or 2 months, but believe me, even when it's on the back burner, two things are happening. One is Robert Garcia and all of the oversight Dems are pouring through the shit from the estate, which is new shit that nobody's seen. That's one. Number two, the oversight Dems are working on using their subpoena power to make sure that even if Trump and Bondi hide shit, the oversight Dems get to see it. That's two. And number three is Ron Wyden, okay? Ron Wyden is actively still pursuing the financial, trail of this case. My senator from Oregon, he and his team are still looking into the banking and trying to follow the trail of shell companies and bank deposits, et cetera, et cetera. And hopefully he fucking figures this out before he dies, because he's getting up to 90 years old. This is I don't even know what this glove is, dude. What the fuck is that? I mean, the jawbreaker gag. Dude, okay, there's gags and weird, ribbed gloves. This shit is pretty strange, guys. This is some of the shit that I think Virginia Giuffre was talking about, guys. Let me just tell you, if you read her book, she talks about some nightmarish shit that Ghislaine Maxwell used to do. Okay, Ghislaine Maxwell used to use instruments on the girls, and if the girls if it hurt them, she would do it more. It was pretty brutal. There was a lot of sadistic shit going on. Here's another photo on a plane. This is Woody Allen. Of course, Larry Summers. Do we know who the woman is? It was Alyssa New. It was Summers' wife and a Harvard professor. Okay? It is Alyssa New. So that was his wife at the time and a professor. Right? There's the Trump condoms. Now we have this photo. Okay? This photo, though, there are some of these that exist. I've used some photos from that event. This one is from that same event, okay, with Epstein looking over his shoulder, and she was a model. This was a New York fashion thing, right? There are a couple photos from this event kicking around. Yeah, no, I had this one. Yeah, no, that's the same photo, actually. Oh, yeah, so this one already did exist. Same guy with his eyes closed, is just more cropped. A wider image of this. So yeah, this one was already out there. I knew I'd recognize this photo from I'd used it on thumbnails before, right? So that one was already around. Dude, the condoms are pretty weird, dude. The condom photos it's pretty fucking strange shit. Let's see what else we got here. This one, Bill Gates. Do we know who that guy is? Dude, oh, is that Prince Andrew? Ah, dude, yeah, it's older, though. It's older Prince Andrew. Of course it is. Randy Andy. These are from the island. These photos are from the weird dental room in the island. A bunch of, this is after they started cleaning this shit out, right? Taking all the artwork down. Those faces on the wall are weird, guys. Let's be honest. That shit is bizarre. Oh, look at that, dude. You know who that is, guys. It's Ehud Barak. That is the former prime minister of Israel. Right? Dude. This is the guy that Virginia Giuffre Made a lot of claims about, dude. Real fucking nasty, this guy. Okay, he was the former prime minister of Israel, and then he was the defense minister of under Netanyahu. Okay, after he was the prime minister, he was Netanyahu's defense minister. And man, Virginia talks about him just being like gnarly, bro. Fucking gnarly, boss. This is like showing, oh, I know what these wires are, guys. Yeah, no, that was an air conditioner, but that photo was not about the air conditioner as much as it was about the wires. Because the wires, guys, I believe these are all running cameras. These are all running cameras, okay? That's why they have these wire pictures, okay? Because all of this shit is how he had closed circuit TVs, okay? Because they didn't have internet or any of this shit. They weren't walking around on Wi-Fi, but that's what all these pictures are, because he was running a fucking camera system that went around the property, okay? That's why. Jesus. Dude. What the fuck, bro? I'm sure if there was internet, he had it for him. I guarantee you that Jeffrey Epstein had attachments to the internet for him on the island, but he did not have it for the girls. They got their phones taken and shit. And I mean, it was also 20 years ago. So like the Virginia Giuffre shit and Sarah Ransom, that was all in the early 2000s. And so we didn't really have the phones like we did now, right? It was 2000s. There was like early 2000s. I don't know if it was still dial-up or if it had moved to cable internet yet. I can't remember when I got cable internet. There's him in the bath, dude, being a fucking creeper, being a fucking weirdo. Here's him with his book, with the James Patterson book, Filthy Rich, and he holds it up in front of his face. We watched the whole thing on Twitch way back when. It's worth a watch. I highly recommend, if you really want to learn about the case, get Julie K. Brown's book, right? Perversion of Justice, or get a year subscription to the Miami Herald, and she has every article she did about Epstein up at the Miami Herald. Okay, you can go to Julie K. Brown's Twitter, and she has a link to it. She is the reporter that broke this stuff, and she broke the case. Okay, she brought it back right there. Perversion of Justice at the Miami Herald. She has every article she did. It's a lot of information. You can see how this story developed, and then she wrote the book Perversion of Justice, which is like an amalgamation of that, because essentially what happened was this story was dead, okay? But then Trump became president, and it was the elevation of Donald Trump that led people to digging and starting to see the connections of Trump to Epstein. And then they started seeing, holy shit, how did Trump's labor secretary give this guy immunity? And so Julie K. Brown, you ready for this, guys? Talk about a crazy story. She was applying for a job at the Washington Post, okay? A job she totally deserved. She didn't get it. And she was like heartbroken that she didn't get this job at the Washington Post. She thought her career was stalled. And then she stumbled into the Jeffrey Epstein story, and it became the shot heard around the world that literally changed politics and changed the course of the entire future for all those women, because she didn't get a job. Isn't that crazy? She didn't get the big job. If she had gotten hired by the Washington Post, maybe Epstein's never even got arrested. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy, right? It is wild how she didn't get that job, and then she ended up breaking the biggest case imaginable. Okay? Just unfucking believable, dude.